Feels like it.
Sam's in studio because he's a aficionado when it comes to wrestling, and we started a little bit called the wrestling or the wrestler death clock or whatever.
Yeah.
Dead wrestler.
Wrestling.
What do we call it?
The wrestler death clock.
What?
The wrestler death clock?
Yeah, I think that is.
Yeah.
And all we're trying to do on this show is go 100 days without a dead wrestler, right?
I thought it was 90 days.
90 days?
90 days?
Okay.
3 months?
Whatever.
30 days.
90 days. Yeah, you might as well just go 30 days.
Let's change it. We just want a week to go by.
But it's 90 days. It was like a year ago at this point when you guys said, we just want to see 90 days go by without a wrestler dying.
How long have we been doing this bit?
It has to be about a year.
And we haven't gone 90 days?
We haven't come close.
We haven't come close.
This bit's really a year old?
I think so.
I thought we just started this.
I would have to go back and do a little research, but I think it's about a year old.
Wow.
Coke Logic's writing another great edition of Opie and Anthony Theater.
Yes. Sound Clip Theater.
All right, so it's been about a year. Now, where were we? Because now I'm so confused by all these dead wrestlers. I don't even know.
Well, when we last left...
When we last left you.
Lance Cade was the newest wrestler to die. I think that had been like 20-something days.
And who was the guy before him?
I don't remember the guy before Lance. I think maybe Trent Acid.
All right, so we'll go with Lance Cade.
Lance Cade, he was young and he died, and it was in...
How young?
He was in his late 20s, early 30s.
Well, that's a nice life. Well, that's a nice, healthy, long life.
But he was not with the company.
For a squirrel.
He wasn't with the company when he passed away.
Well, that's what makes Vince very happy. That they're dying off property grounds.
That he just gets rid of them and they drop dead.
But so then...
So we reset that clock.
Right.
Okay.
So now we're going to say, okay, now let's get to 90 days.
Right.
And we got to vacation without incident, but just about as soon as vacation started, 14 days after Lance Cade died, we lost Luna Vachon.
Luna?
No.
Yes.
What do we know about Luna Vachon?
About her life or about her death?
How old, first of all? She was like the Fabulous Moolah? Broad?
Well, no, she
one
was
of the pioneers of lady wrestling.
Yeah, was it?
She was in that golden decade of pro wrestlers. She was in her 40s.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I told you, the 40s is a very dangerous time.
Where's a picture of Luna? Let's get a picture of her so I could try to remember.
The fans used to chant Luna Tick.
Oh, that's right. Luna Tick.
Heart don't tick.
Oh, wow. Oh, I remember Luna.
Oh, yeah. She kind of was doing the China thing.
Well, yeah, she came out later in the WWE. At first, she came out with, like, Bam Bam Bigelow. But then later on, you may remember her from her stint with the Oddities.
Something tells me from looking at her that she might have done steroids.
Yeah.
Well,
something's going on there, Sam.
She got some wacky breast implants going.
I've often said that the wrestling-related deaths are normally not steroids, but the massive amount of pills.
Oh, right. To control the pain from the bumps they take.
There was rumored to be, like, crushed up, I think, Vicodin and a straw.
Oh, the straw does it every time.
Next to her lifeless body?
Right.
Oh.
And apparently, I read somewhere that that Andre the Giant was her godfather because she was in a wrestling family, and her ashes were scattered over the grave of Andre.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
Yeah.
Until the leaf blower guy comes along. It sounds romantic until the guy has to clean up the shit.
The same guy.
Grave sites.
It's the same guy that takes those flowers that you picked out and knelt down by the grave and put them in and said a few words. And then the creep just comes and grabs them and throws them out.
Throws them in a dumpster.
Yeah.
He wants to keep everything tidy.
Tidy and neat.
The ghoul needs to keep everything tidy around the grave sites.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
She has hair like Joe Dirt.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Really awful.
I thought she was related to somebody else, too, Sam.
Well, she was related to Butcher Vachon and Mad Dog Vachon.
Sure.
Part of the Vachon wrestling legacy.
Are any of them dead?
Well, there are Vachons who are dead, but Butcher and Mad Dog, I think, are both still alive.
Oh, thank God.
They're older.
So she died 14 days after the other guy.
Right. And then I thought, okay, so that's it for vacation.
Right.
Now, this, I think, will not officially count on the wrestler clock, but very quickly after Luna...
A couple days, right?
An independent wrestler named J.C. Bailey passed away at the age of, I believe, 27.
27. Now, this must have been a tragic car accident or something.
How did you know him?
I didn't know him very well. He was on the East Coast independent scene.
What type of accident befell him? That's terrible.
That I don't even know, but I'm assuming it was could have been maybe the heart gave out.
Oh,
maybe something like that.
Silly me. I thought perhaps since he was so young that it must have been a tragic accident.
But because he didn't make I don't think he made enough of an impact to make the Wrestler Death Clock list.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't in any wrestling headlines before he died.
So we almost don't count him.
Well, I'd say we don't.
Okay, fine.
But
don't even have to.
Yeah, we don't because
not at this point.
You got a lot of names in front of you. What the fuck happened over vacation?
I'm just trying to keep track of everything.
All right, good. So Luna dies.
Right.
She reset the death clock.
Because
the wrestler death clock.
15 days after the death of Luna Vachon was September 11th. And of course, September 11th will now always be remembered for the day that we lost Bastion Booger.
I don't know, Bastion.
That's going to be why we remember September 11th.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So the
Bastion Booger.
The wrestling death clock made it to 15 days after Luna before we lost Bastion Booger.
Now, what happened to Bastion Booger?
Well, he was...
I remember that guy.
He was the Booger Man.
Yeah.
He also wrestled as Friar Ferguson and Norman the Lunatic. So he had lots of...
AKA.
Yes.
He had a lot of AKAs.
I saw him at a convention not 4 months ago.
Oh, wow.
And he was actually doing photo ops with his Bastion Booger outfit.
How did he look?
He was heavy set. Not great, but he was never...
He shaved his eyebrows like little Hitler mustaches over his eyes.
Well, he wanted to look crazy.
Well, he certainly looks crazy.
Well, looked.
How old was he?
Oh, that's him right there.
There he is.
He looks like a gym teacher there.
He died at the age of 53.
All right, so he made it to old age.
He made it past the 40s. Normally a
Not
safe
a bad
time.
record for this vicinity.
But yes, he made it to only only 53.
53.
Yeah.
So we went Lance Cade, then we had 14 days, then Luna, then we had 15 days, and now Bastion Booger. And so now we're at 2 days.
2 days. It's trying to make it to 90.
We got to make it to 90.
We can make it to 90. Someone said this started out as a bet that I started January, like early January.
So it's 80. So
we're 9 months into this. Yeah, 9.5 months into this.
If we go 88 more days without a wrestler's
we can finally get rid of this stupid bit.
I think we can do it.
You think we can do it?
Oh, 88 days is nothing for wrestlers. They'll hang in there.
That's a long time, man. They die quickly.
Now we got our guests are here, so we got to finish up with Sam, but really fast.
Sure.
Hulk Hogan went to the hospital over break.
Yeah, he had back spasms.
So he's cool now?
He's fine, though. He's not dead.
Okay.
Back spasms, brother.
And
he's not dead.
Not dead.
No.
Was it happening during one of the tapings of his Rent-A-Center commercials?
No, but he did have to miss his TNA dates because of his back spasms in the hospital.
Back spasms.
He made a Twitio from the hospital to prove that he was in the hospital bed, so he was missing his wrestling dates.
It's part of a wrestling angle.
I don't know.
And then
but he's not dead.
And then Ant knows Jim the Anvil.
Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
You know him, right?
He's alive, but he was arrested.
What happened?
I believe
unpaid parking tickets.
No, it was.
It's either got to be domestic violence or a D-Week.
What about you? Got to go pills too. What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
These wrestlers love their pills.
In order to arrest somebody, though, they had to have gotten him on something first. They don't They don't just search him and find pills.
Good point.
What was the arrest?
I believe there were 2 charges. One was drugs, and the other robbery.
Wow, Jim the Anvil. I didn't know you knew Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Yes. Now, Jim the Anvil is one that I'm very...
He's had a hell of a career. What is he doing fucking robbing?
Well, I'm very worried about Jim the Anvil Neidhart because he was Bret Hart's tag team partner for a while, and they did a convention together where they did a Q&A, and all the kids were asking Bret Hart questions, because as the Q&A went on, Jim the Anvil Neidhart was not maintaining consciousness. He kept nodding off.
All right, that's
and putting sunglasses on to hide the fact that his eyes were
asleep. Yeah,
so
happened.
he may not. The odds aren't in his favor right now.
Oh, boy. So you're thinking he might be next?
Hulk Hogan.
But, Jake the Snake is still around. X-Pac is still around. You never know.
Daryl says that Hulk Hogan hurt his back picking up seashells, according to ESPN. So,
Maybe. He loves the beach.
Or maybe picking up the change that his wife left for him.
Oh, wow.
Bringing in notes and everything.
What?
So,
is he preparing?
For the newer listeners, or maybe you don't know this bit, we started just a goofy little bit. When? About 10 months ago?
Yeah, I'll say...
We noticed a while ago that the wrestlers like to die.
I don't know if they like to.
They like to die in
tend
numbers.
to.
They tend to die very easily. So we started a goofy bit. We're like, let's see if we could go 100 days, was it?
Yeah.
100 days without a dead wrestler. We started this 10 months ago. We still haven't gone 100 days.
No, we haven't even really gone close to 100 days.
Really?
The closest we went is 77 days.
So where are we at with the 100-day bit with the wrestlers dying?
Well, the countdown now, what's today's date?
Well, this happened a few days ago, too, at this point. But today's date is the 27th of September.
Right, so technically 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're at five days without a death.
I'm thinking 5 days.
Without a death so far.
I'm thinking, all right, Giant Gonzalez, probably, 68, 69 years old.
And you can understand because he's like, I don't know, how tall was he? Almost 8 foot tall?
Almost 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
He also wrestled as El Gigante.
And they wanted him to be the next Andre the Giant so badly.
But he had to be an old guy to have a heart attack like that, right?
Oh, I thought he was decapitated by a ceiling fan. A fucking helicopter got him. Other tall things, insert joke.
That's how they made him dress?
Yeah, except that's his later
wear a bodysuit.
That's his later later outfit. His original outfit had real hair, not painted on hair.
They had painted on hair on the guy?
See, yeah, they wanted him to be like Bigfoot. He was just a very intimidating.
Yeah.
No, he's very intimidating.
Yeah. But he couldn't speak English, so the WWE didn't really have much use for him.
How did he wrestle so old, though?
He had to be accompanied by Harvey Whippleman to do his talking for him. But in response to your question, Anthony,
yes,
he wasn't quite as... He was older than, like, me, for instance. But he wasn't quite as old as
I'm thinking
your
from the ailment, it
estimate.
had to have been an old guy.
He passed away at the age of 44.
See?
Yeah.
What the
See,
fuck?
that's different.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he passed away 11 days after Bastion Booger.
Bastion Booger.
Right.
We remember
he
talking
was
about him.
53.
Yeah. I feel like we just talked about him.
Bastion Booger. Well, that's because it was 11 days ago.
It was only 11. So we did just talk about
Bastion Booger passed away 15 days after Luna Vachon.
So we could almost cut this bit down to let's go a month without a death.
Let's go a fucking week.
Who passed away 14 days after Skandar Akbar, who just made the list because I capped the list at age 75. And he died at 75. And Skandar passed away 6 days after Lance Cade, who passed away on August 13th at the age of 29. So since August 13th,
which is a month and a half ago,
we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wrestlers.
5 wrestlers in the last month and a half.
Away.
This is like a war. This is like war dead are chalking up.
This is unbelievable. We can't go 100 days.
No. And now they're finally all guys that I watched when I was a kid. The 90s guys are all now getting taken out.
That's it. Yeah, the 90s guys are gone.
Look at how big he is compared to The Undertaker. And The Undertaker's a big guy.
The Undertaker, huge.
He died of a heart attack at 44?
I don't exactly.
I don't know how he died?
He just, tall people die very young. Wow. Andre the Giant was not old.
Well, those crazy tall, like, genetic mutation, pituitary problem guys.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
It's a rarity when you walk around a big city to see an old, tall guy.
Yeah,
and
it doesn't happen.
When you do see one, you're kind of like taken back a little bit, like, wow, that's something you just don't see a lot of. Think about it. You never see a guy over, I don't know, what would you say, 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
That's old.
That's old.
I mean, he's a big fuck.
Look at the size of Giant Gonzalez.
Yeah.
And The Undertaker's like 6'7".
The Undertaker is a giant man, and...
somebody get Harvey Whippleman off the ring apron.
Oh, Harvey Whippleman, get down.
It's Dr. Harvey Whippleman.
Sorry.
This guy is big.
The Giant Gonzalez?
Yeah, that's probably why they called him that.
He was supposed to be at a convention like 6 months ago and couldn't make it, I guess, due to health reasons.
Health issues.
Wow. 44.
44.
What a big coffin he must have had.
Yeah, or they just broke his legs and folded him.
Well, we've heard things over the years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They
he's
do what they can to get you in that
people,
box,
they-
you know.
How big was his cock? I have to know. It was either 6 or 17.
I believe he played basketball for the Atlanta Hawks for one season.
Gonzalez did?
I think so.
Really?
He didn't do
poorly,
much.
I guess.
Yeah, he
Ate
didn't
the ball.
He didn't do much. He wasn't a terribly athletic guy. He wasn't specifically good at wrestling.
But if you're
No.
6'5" in kindergarten, wouldn't you pick up a basketball and start practicing, going, I think I can make a lot of money
or
yeah.
find
if I
a
continue to grow? What's wrong with these
spandex
tall guys?
jumpsuit and you could be a wrestler.
Right.
He's a very boring wrestler, and he's slow, and he doesn't have many good moves.
But who gives
No.
a shit to see an 8-foot guy in a ring
he's
like
not
that?
selling the moves
You want
either.
to check it out.
He was the king of wrestling 3 jobbers at a time. Like, then it was exciting.
Jobbers.
Yeah, because he would just come and wrestle like 3 jobbers at a time and pile them up on top of each other and pin
Like the
them.
Brooklyn Brawler
Yeah.
would come out. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Iron Mike Sharp.
Iron Mike Sharp. Wow.
You just insulted the Brooklyn Brawler. He's not a jobber.
Oh,
Well,
my God. Is he such
he's
a
just
jobber?
above jobber.
He's head of the jobbers. He's like...
He's most famous jobber, definitely.
He would be
Come
like
on.
when
He doesn't want to think.
He's like when Sam appoints
He's that.
like the executive intern.
Right, he's the executive jobber.
He's the executive jobber, which means nothing, by the way.
Yeah. But executive intern does mean something.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
So I guess we got to reset the clock.
Yes.
We're up to 5 days trying to get to 100.
Yes, he died on September 22nd, 2010.
So we're trying to get to 100.
Yeah, we've had 2010 has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 deaths so far.
9 deaths in 2010.
And things have really ramped up as of August. I mean, half of those are August